Right, we've got a bit of a problem with the Defender out driving. We've got this screen this time, but this screen, look, it's flashing and I can hear it clicking. Can you get a bit closer with that camera, George, and get it?
Yeah, we're on a fat zoom right now.
You're on a fat zoom, right then. So I don't know. So there we go. I don't know how long that's going to go, but that could be quite distracting, couldn't it? I might try and change in the display settings in a minute. But it's interesting, George, because last time we stopped to fill up with petrol and we went off-roading, we got back in the car, and that's when the screen, that we lost that screen.
Yeah.
Let me see if we can change the menu. Oh, now look, the stop-start cut in and out, and it's settled itself down, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Now that is weird, isn't it? That ain't right. We'd have to get on to Mr. Skywalker, won't we? See what they say. Oh, it's back again, look. Now, is that as we're driving along and not stopped, or is it software related? Look, it's software related, because when I change to that menu, it goes. If I press the left button and go back to the map, look, so it's the map signal is sending an error, it looks like, because we had it coming up and it was flashing on. Yeah, we're not connected to we are connected to the CarPlay, but that map is not the Waze map. That is the Land Rover map. There's no way of getting Waze up there, because some people have commented on that. But look at that. That's just from the map. Because if I go back to the menu, it stops. So there's nothing wrong with, because that's still the LCD display. So there's some problem with the map data transmission. It's gone a bit ting tong, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, let's have a look. Put it on full map view, and it's gone proper berserk. And that's got George's album, which isn't even supposed to be on full map view.
The song I was just playing on Bluetooth, the album cover, which is normally on the Pivi Pro, as we can see there, is now in the middle of the navigation screen.
It's having a proper meltdown. How many miles we got to go? Only 150. Be fine. Right, let's get off of that before I'm gonna frazzle out in a minute. Right, so there we go. So if I take the map view out, the screen is stable. But if I go back to the map view, let's go on to layout, and if I go full map, yeah. So anything to do with the map is just, let me just get rid of that.
And that's quite funny as well, because I've switched to a different album now. So that album cover is there for no reason. That has nothing to do with the current song.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's completely... So it looks like that information that's coming from the infotainment system under the passenger seat is corrupt, or is getting corrupt in its transmission. Although I can hear a faint tick, 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 ticking from behind the instrument cluster. Right, let me get back to let's get back to layout, and let's go. We're on one dial, folks. We've lost the map. There we go. Alright, there we go. That's what we're set to. So we've been playing with the stereo a bit, and as you saw, when we were just been away this weekend, and when we were driving up, we stopped and started again, and you saw this screen here flashing whenever we were on the map. So there was something with the map, but there's also something else weird that's happening. So you can see, right, so we've got nothing plugged in. We've disconnected our wireless CarPlay, just because that's like non-original, just in case that was doing anything weird. And we've got George's phone, and your phone isn't particularly weird, is it, George?
No.
It's just a Galaxy S21 or something. And what we're doing is, as George changes songs, watch this. So as he changes songs, it's connected via Bluetooth, and you will see the album come up on here. And look what it does on the screen here. So someone's got the back door open at the moment, but there we go. All right, back door, right, so we've got the map view. So right then, George, play a song. So right, so that song there, we've got, what we've got here, Crack Rock. Now, did you see the screen flicker? Right, do another one, George. Right, so see the screen flickers when you change it again. So there we go, Frank Ocean, Summer, you can see it click. But it doesn't do it on all. So it's flickered on those three. Now, George has got a couple more tracks where it doesn't do it. That one does it.
But then there you go.
There you go. That one didn't.
Well, that one.
You see, we changed tracks. So on some tracks, randomly, the screen flashes.
And
now,
sometimes it will show that album cover. So right now it's just going black, but probably if we turn the car off and on again, it was because it was showing that, that's why it was going orange.
Yes.
Right, it's because the album cover for this song, as you can see here, is orange. So that's why the screen was going orange, because it was projecting.
And there was
the
that
album
one.
cover.
There was that one you had with the text. Where's that one you had with the text on it? And you could see like the writing was the screen cover, and you could see like it zoomed in on the writing, didn't it?
Give me a sec.
Give me a sec. He's on it. What we had was, if you change the album cover, George, to the one with the writing on it here, you see the screen flicker. What we had was, we actually had we could see like some of the A-E letters sort of magnified and zoomed in. Let me see what happens. Should I just cycle the ignition, George, and see what it does, and see if it's consistent? Let's turn that off. Let's open the door again. Close the door. Right. Here we go. Wait for it to set the tire pressure. I go on and off that track again, George. No, it's just flickering. Black. But we had it where it was coming out, and we had an orange track, that had an orange cover, and the whole screen was flashing orange. Yeah. Now, why is this interesting? So the infotainment system is under the passenger seat here. So the Bluetooth is communicating with that. Now the infotainment system under there also does the navigation. So that is obviously sending a signal up to the IPC, the instrument panel cluster. So the track information also goes to the IPC, but it's choosing not to show it because I've selected for map display, and it also goes up to here. So somewhere they've got some switching compatibility thing going on that's a bit weird. So the question is it just me? Is it just George's phone? Is it just the Stig? It's just having a little moment? Or can you do this in your Defender? Are you getting this flickering? Whoa, there we go, yeah. It's quite off-putting when you're driving.
Every time I change the track, you'll see, or certain songs, really, you can see that it flicks. But it's only the ones that display the album cover.
If there's no album cover...
So no album cover, no flick. No flick. Album cover, flick.
Yeah, so we've sort of... Now, we still don't know whether that's connected. We were trying to investigate that wild flickering. And we don't know if it's connected. Obviously, it's sort of connected, but we can't make it flicker again repeatedly. But there we go, the plot thickens. So let us know. Screen flickering on map view, have you got that issue? Right, so we've got this map flickering issue when we change tracks. So we've worked out that certain tracks, it changes and causes a flash. Now, we've got the same, we've been driving, we've been away for the weekend, and we're on the way back now. And we've got the same problem we had on the way up here. Now, which track is this that's caused that? We don't know if it's caused by the track on the... We'll try changing track in a minute. So what track are we on, Elise?
We're on Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars. So let's just have a look on the home. And that has got a what's the word? Album graphic that's loaded onto the screen. So I've got to concentrate on the road. Now, last night I did do a bit of research and Googling. Now, it turns out this flickering screen is a real issue. So there are some people that have had this flickering screen issue, and they've taken it into the dealerships. And the dealerships have said things like, and I'm only quoting the forum here, that you're not using a genuine Apple cable, and so you've got to use Apple cables. But we're not using an Apple cable at all. We're just using Bluetooth. And the other interesting thing is, yesterday we were playing music from George's phone, which is a Galaxy S21, right, George?
Yeah.
And today we're actually using Elise's phone, and she's got, what have you got, Elise?
iPhone 8.
So we've got an iPhone 8. So it's not the phone, it's not the cables, it's not the Apple CarPlay, because although we've got Apple CarPlay connected, we're using that for navigation. The music is actually playing. So let's have a look now. You can see this flickering, constant flickering screen. Let's change album track and see if that makes any difference. Can you change to another song, Elise? There you go. So now we've got an even more interesting. So it doesn't like Bruno Mars. So sometimes it flickers, and you could perhaps live with it flickering as you change tracks. A lot of people will just listen to the radio. It's not going to bother a lot of people. But it's getting more concerning when certain tracks... Go back to that other track, Elise, and let's see if it causes the same thing. Can you do that? Let's see if we can actually get it to flicker.
That's not the same track.
Oh, hold on. Wait for the DJ. Wait for the DJ to get it sorted. Oh, that had a couple of flickers.
Still not the right track.
Still not the right track.
We're looking for it.
I'm getting there, guys. Technical difficulties.
Go.
There you go.
Ah, now look, now we've got that track and no constant flicker, so there is some weirdness. There's some little gremlins inside that Land Rover system somewhere.
Yeah, a lot of inconsistencies.
It is, but we do consistently get a flicker when we change maps.
Yeah.
So right, we're not sure what we'll do. I'm not sure whether I'll take it to the dealership in Swindon. We've got some issues there, but that's all another topic. But I will let Land Rover know. I will let Mr. Skywalker know. And if Land Rover want to take my car or analyse my car, they're more than welcome. And we can provide them a George and a phone and everything, and we can replicate this. So I'll talk to Mr. Skywalker. Mr. Skywalker, if you would like to get someone to look at this car, you're more than welcome. Right, I think we'll end that video there. But there we go. Thank you.